I am with you in this moment, closer than your breath, closer than the thoughts running through your mind, and I am not confused, not afraid, not late. I see you reading these words, and I want you to know, I have seen every tear you did not let fall, every memory you pushed down, every ache you carried quietly so nobody would worry about you. I am God, and I am speaking to your heart right now because there is something important you must hear. You have been feeling something unusual in your spirit for the last days, a weight, a stirring, a presence you could not explain, and I want you to understand that you are not imagining everything. You are not crazy. You are not abandoned. You are deeply loved. Archangel Michael says, I ordered you to open this now, because there is a message heaven has been trying to send to your heart, and it cannot wait any longer. You have felt that tug in your soul, that sudden wave of emotion, that strange moment when a memory of someone who is no longer on earth came to you so strongly that you almost felt they were in the room. For the last 2 days, your heart has been trying to tune into a frequency that is not of this world. Someone in heaven has been urgently on your mind, someone whose absence still feels like a wound that never fully closed, and you have wondered why they have been so present in your thoughts again. I want you to understand, what you are feeling is not punishment. It is not darkness, it is not a curse. It is love trying to comfort you. It is heaven's way of reminding you that nothing pure, nothing real, nothing rooted in love is ever truly lost. I saw the day you felt them slip away from this world. I saw the moment your heart broke and you thought, how am I supposed to live after this? I heard the questions you never said out loud. You wondered if you could have done more, if you missed a sign, if you failed them somehow. You wondered if they were safe, if they were angry, if they remembered you, if they still cared. I want you to receive this truth now. The love that was between you did not die. The bond did not vanish. It was lifted higher. Out of the reach of pain, out of the reach of sickness, out of the reach of time. It is held safely in my hands. For the last 2 days, I have allowed their memory to rise stronger in your spirit because it is time for you to be healed of the silent guilt and fear you have been carrying. It is time for you to be released from the chains of what if. And if only. You have carried these invisible questions for so long that they became part of your daily life, like background noise in your soul. You learned to smile with those questions still burning inside. You learned to function, to work, to talk, to laugh, while a piece of your heart remained frozen in that moment of loss. But you do not need to live like that anymore. I am visiting you with comfort today. There are times you suddenly feel like talking to them in your mind, and you shut yourself down quickly because you think it is wrong, or foolish, or pointless. Listen to me, you are not wrong for missing them, you are not wrong for remembering, you are not wrong for loving someone who is no longer on earth. The love you feel is a reflection of my own love. I wired your heart for deep connection, not for forgetfulness. I am not asking you to erase them. I am not asking you to pretend they never existed. I am asking you to let me heal the painful part of that memory so that what remains is peace, gratitude, and quiet strength instead of torment and regret. Archangel Michael has been watching over you in this sensitive time of your life, because when your heart is tender, the enemy tries to use that tenderness to drown you in despair. That is why sometimes, when you think of this person, pain suddenly mixes with dark thoughts, with heavy sadness, with lies that whisper, "You are alone, nobody understands, you failed, you lost everything." Those words are not from heaven. Those words are not from the one you miss. Those words are not from me. Those words are from a darkness that wants you to give up. I am exposing that darkness today and breaking its hold over your mind. You have felt moments in these last 2 days where your emotions came out of nowhere. A smell, a song, a date, a random word, and suddenly your chest felt tight. This is not a coincidence. I am uncovering layers that you hid under strength. You told yourself, "I must be strong, I have to move on," so you suppressed the questions, the grief, the anger, the confusion. But strength is not pretending you don't hurt. Real strength is allowing me to hold you in your honest pain. Real strength is letting those tears fall in my presence and not feeling ashamed of them. When you cry and let it out with me, you are not weak, you are healing. The one you miss, the one whose absence still echoes in your days, is not lost in darkness. They are not wandering in confusion. They are held in a reality you cannot fully see yet. And I am bigger than the separation between this world and the next. I do not want you to chase signs, I do not want you to be obsessed with voices, I do not want you to live in fear or superstition. I want you to live in love, in trust, in peace. What heaven is trying to send you is not fear, but reassurance. The message is simple: you are loved, you are not forgotten, and your story is not over. There were moments when you wondered, did they know how much I loved them? Did I say enough? Did I show enough? I am answering that question now. The love in your heart was seen, felt, and known far more than you realize. Human language is limited. You think you never found the perfect words. But your presence, your efforts, your worry, your late-night thoughts, your prayers, your tears, those were all love speaking in a deeper language than words. In my light, nothing genuine is wasted. Even the love you felt after they left, the love that turned into ache, is not wasted. It shaped your compassion. It taught you how fragile and precious life is. It turned your heart into softer soil where new mercy can grow. These last 2 days, heaven has been pressing gently on your heart, reminding you of things, not to hurt you, but to bring you to this moment where you are willing to let me touch the wound. Every time you felt them close in your mind, every time you felt that sudden urge to talk to them or to look at something that reminds you of them, I was near, waiting for you to turn that moment into a conversation with me. I want to be part of your grief. I want to be the one you lean on, the one you exhale everything to, the one you collapse into when the weight feels too much. Archangel Michael stands in defense of your heart against unseen attacks, but there is also a part that only you can do. You must choose what you agree with. Do not agree with the thought that you are cursed. Do not agree with the thought that everyone you love will be taken from you. Do not agree with the thought that you are destined to be alone. These are lies that have tried to settle into your beliefs through your pain. Today, I am inviting you to choose a different agreement. Agree with my word over you. That you are precious, that I am with you, that I am not finished writing your story, that love will visit your life again, that joy is not over for you. Sometimes you feel guilty for laughing, for enjoying something, for having a good day, as if your happiness means you do not care about the one you lost. Let me free you from that false guilt. The ones you miss do not demand your misery as proof of your loyalty. The deep love you shared is honored, not betrayed, when you choose to keep living fully. Your joy is not disrespect, it is evidence that my grace is working in you. When you smile again, when you dream again, when you plan again, you are not erasing them. You are honoring the gift of life that you still carry. You have asked me in secret, can they see me? Do they know what I'm going through? There are mysteries you cannot fully understand from where you stand, and some answers I withhold to protect your heart from confusion. But this I can tell you, your life is not disconnected from them in my sight. I am the God of all time, all places, all realms. I am not limited by the barrier you see. Your prayers, your pain, your growth, they are all held in my eternal awareness, and nothing good is lost. Nothing pure is wasted. What is done in love remains meaningful forever. You have also asked, why did you allow this to happen? Why did you not stop it? I hear that question in your heart. Even when you try to bury it. I am not offended by your questions. I see the child in you that feels abandoned. I see the part of you that thinks, if you are powerful, why didn't you intervene the way I wanted? Listen carefully, your pain is real, and I do not minimize it. There are many things in this world that are broken, and their brokenness hurts the ones who love deeply. But my presence with you in the pain is just as real as my power. I did not leave you. I did not stand far away, indifferent. I was there in that moment. I was there in the last breath, in the last goodbye, in the silence that followed. I am still here now. I know there are answers you long for that you may not receive fully in this lifetime. But I am giving you something greater than explanation. I am offering you myself. I am offering you peace that surpasses understanding, comfort that does not depend on having all the details, hope that is stronger than death itself. When you feel the storm of why rising inside you, bring that storm to me. Let your tears fall in my presence. You do not have to be the strong one when you are with me. You can be a child again and let me be your father. The last 2 days, that feeling in your spirit, that pull, that restlessness, that tender ache, has been a knock at the door of your heart. Archangel Michael says, this is the moment to open. Not to open to fear, but to open to healing. Not to open to tormenting voices, but to open to the gentle truth that you are allowed to grieve and allowed to move forward. You are allowed to miss them and still embrace your future. You are allowed to cry and still believe that good things are coming. You are allowed to remember and still receive new joy. There will be moments in the coming days when their memory will come back to you again. When it does, I want you to breathe and speak these words in your heart. God, I give you this memory. Heal the pain in it. I thank you for the love that was real. As you do this, something will slowly shift. The sharp edge will soften. The heaviness will begin to lift. The memory will become a place where you meet me, instead of a place where you relive trauma alone. This is how I turn your mourning into something that does not crush you. I have also seen how losing them made you afraid of losing others. It made it hard for you to trust, to open up, to attach, because some part of you decided, if I don't love too deeply, it won't hurt too much when everything changes. But that is not how your heart was designed to live. You were created for connection. You were created to love and be loved, even knowing that everything in this world is fragile and uncertain. Do not let fear of pain rob you of the beauty that is still ahead of you. I am your protector, and I am also the one who leads you into relationships, opportunities, and experiences that will restore what was broken. There are blessings I have prepared for you that would not fit into your imagination before, because you were too broken to receive them. Your journey through loss has expanded the depth of your heart. Where there used to be only pain, I am carving out space for compassion, for wisdom, for a gentler, stronger version of you. Others will be comforted because you understand their tears. Others will feel safe with you because you have walked through heartbreak and did not become bitter. This is part of the message heaven has been trying to press into your spirit. You are not just surviving, you are being shaped into a vessel of comfort for others. The one in heaven you have been thinking about would not want your life to freeze in the moment of their departure. They would not want you to stay forever in the dark room of grief. Love always wants freedom for the one it loves, even when separation hurts. So hear this as if it were spoken with a voice you know. Keep going. Keep living. Keep loving. Keep believing. Do not give up. Do not close your heart forever. There is more for you. I am placing this encouragement in your heart today. You have carried a hidden fear that you might be taken suddenly too, that your time might be very short, and that anxiety has made you rush, panic, and overthink your days. You look at the calendar, at the clock, and you feel like you are running out of time to fix everything, to become everything, to save everyone. Let me speak rest into your soul. Your life is in my hands, not in the hands of fear. You are not living under a countdown of doom. You are living inside a story that I am writing with care. You have a purpose for being here, right now, in this very season. If you were not needed, you would not still be on this earth. Archangel Michael stands guard over the path you cannot see yet. The unseen dangers, the attacks you never even knew were aimed at you, the traps that never reached you, I shielded you from many of them. You are more protected than you realize. Do not let fear of unseen things consume you. Be aware that you are spiritually guarded, not spiritually abandoned. When your thoughts start spiraling into anxiety, speak this truth into your own mind: I am not alone. I am protected. I am guided. I am loved. As you repeat this, you are agreeing with heaven instead of with fear. The reason this message reached you now is because I did not want another day to pass with you carrying the same weight alone. For the last 2 days, there was a push in your spirit, a sense that something was trying to reach you, and now you know, it is my heart calling to yours. I want you to slow down, to breathe, to let these words soak into your inner places. Do not rush away from this moment. I am right here, listening to every silent response of your soul. You do not need to have special rituals or perfect words for me to hear you. Speak from where you are. If you are angry, I hear your anger. If you are sad, I hold your sadness. If you are numb, I understand your numbness. Nothing you feel disqualifies you from my love. You are not too broken, too confused, or too late to come close to me. This moment, right now, as you sit with these words, is a new beginning between us. You may not feel fireworks, but something in your spirit is waking up again. That is my doing. The pressure you feel to be perfect, to impress others, to prove your worth, is not coming from me. I did not create you to be a performer in front of people. I created you to be my child in my presence. I am not looking at you with disappointment. I am looking at you with understanding and tenderness. I know what you have been through. I know what you have lost. I know the nights you stared into the dark and thought about giving up. And I know the strength it took for you to keep going anyway. I honor that. I see your courage, even when you do not see it in yourself. The message from heaven for you today can be gathered into these truths: you are not alone, you are not forgotten, and you are not being punished by the pain you have walked through. The one you miss is not angry with you. You do not need to carry that guilt anymore. Your story is not over. Your life still has chapters of joy, of love, of purpose, of unexpected blessings that will make you grateful that you stayed. I am already ahead of you in your tomorrow, preparing moments that will remind you that light can visit even the places that once felt permanently dark. Archangel Michael says, I ordered you to open this now because your heart needed this reminder. You are seen by heaven. Let that sink in. You are seen when you are at your lowest, when you are in your room, when no one texts, when no one calls, when you feel invisible. You are seen in your small acts of kindness that no one applauds. You are seen when you hold yourself together for others and then break when you are finally alone. I see it all. And I do not merely watch, I walk with you through it. Right now, as you are reading, pause for a moment and just breathe. Let your shoulders relax. Let your mind slow down. Let your heart, for just a few seconds, lean into the possibility that you are truly loved, that you are truly protected, that you are truly guided. This is not just for other people. This is for you. I am not a distant God who only cares about crowds and nations. I am the God who counts your tears, who knows your personal story, who understands the specific shape of your pain and your dreams. From this day forward, when their memory returns, and it will, let it be a doorway to talk to me. Tell me what you feel in that moment. Tell me what you miss. Tell me where it still hurts. Invite me into that exact place. I will meet you there. Over time, you will notice the difference. The memory will not crush you as it did before. You will feel me standing with you inside it, holding you steady. The ache may not vanish completely in this life, but it will be transformed. It will become softer, wrapped in gratitude instead of sharp regret. You are not being haunted by the past, you are being healed. What feels like reopening a wound is actually the process of cleaning it, so it can finally close the right way. Trust my hand as I work in your heart. I will not abandon you halfway through. I will not push you beyond what you can bear. I know your limits, and I also know your hidden strength. This is my promise to you now. I will walk with you through the valley of your memories, and I will bring you out into a place of greater peace. I will guide you into relationships and experiences that remind you that life can still be beautiful. I will use your pain to give you a deeper capacity to love others and to recognize when someone else is silently suffering, just as you did. I will not waste this part of your story. I will redeem it. Let this message settle in your spirit like gentle rain. You do not have to fix everything today. You do not have to understand everything today. You just have to take one more step with me. When you feel the weight again, read these words slowly and remember, you are held. You are loved. You are not alone. Heaven is not far from you, and I am nearer than you think. I am with you now, and I will be with you in every tomorrow. I am speaking to you now in a way your heart can feel more than your ears can hear. I know why you are here. I know the ache that has been sitting quietly inside you, the questions that never leave you, the memories that return when the world goes silent. I see how, in the last 2 days, your spirit has felt something unusual, a stirring, a pull toward the unseen, as if a voice wrapped in love is trying to find its way to you. I know every thought you have had around this, even the ones you never speak aloud. Nothing about you is hidden from me, and nothing about what you feel is too much for me. Listen carefully. You are not alone in what you are feeling. You are not imagining that deep sense of connection that rises up when you think about the one you love who is no longer on this earth. You are not foolish for sensing that heaven is closer than it seems. I am the God who holds both worlds in my hands, the world you can see and the world you cannot see. I hold your tears and I hold their memory. I hold your pain and I hold their peace. I hold your questions and I hold my answers. And now, I am bringing you into a moment where heaven's comfort is leaning over your life. There is someone you miss deeply. There is someone whose name, when you whisper it, still makes your chest tighten. There is someone whose absence still feels like a wound that has not fully closed. I have seen you talk to them in your mind. I have seen you look at old photos, replay old conversations, remember small details like their laugh, their walk, the way they said your name. I have seen you wonder, do they know how much I loved them? Do they know what I'm going through now? I want you to know this. While you walk through time, I stand above time. In me, nothing is lost. In me, love is never wasted. In me, every genuine love is remembered, honored, and held, in the last 2 days. Your heart has been stirred because I have been drawing you closer to my comfort. Your spirit is feeling this pull because I am reminding you that death is not the end of the story. You feel this unusual heaviness, this strange wave of emotion, because I am touching the deepest part of you, the part that wants assurance, the part that wants to know, are they okay? Am I forgotten? Hear me. They are safe in my hands, and you are not forgotten. I see the moments when you lie in bed and stare at the darkness, and your thoughts drift to that person you lost. I see the way your heart whispers, if only I had one more chance to talk. If only I had one more minute to say what I didn't say. If only I could ask what I never asked. I see how regret tries to sit beside you and tell you that you failed, that you didn't do enough, that you didn't say enough, that you didn't love enough. But I, the Lord who sees truth clearly, tell you now, you are tormenting yourself more than necessary. You are accusing yourself where I am not accusing you. You are blaming yourself where I am offering you grace. You cannot go back and rewrite the moments you lost, but you can open your heart right now and let me rewrite the way you carry them. You can let me touch the sharp edge of your pain and turn it into a softer place where love, not guilt, is remembered. You can let me speak into your loneliness until it begins to heal. You can let me take your questions and place them in my hands, reminding you that you do not have to understand everything to be held by me. You have wondered if the one you miss is trying to reach you, if they see your tears, if they feel your grief. I want you to understand something in a deeper way. Every good thing that reaches you from beyond your understanding comes through my love, my permission, my care. I am not a God of confusion, fear, or torment. I am the God of peace. So when you feel an overwhelming wave of love, comfort, or a sense of closeness that brings you peace, know that I am allowing your heart to remember that love is not buried. It is held, preserved, and honored in me. In these last 2 days, I have seen how you have been more sensitive, more emotional, more easily moved by even small reminders. A song, a scent, a place, a piece of clothing, a message, a memory. I have watched you press your lips together to hold back tears in front of others, only to let them fall when you are alone. I have watched your heart try to look strong for the world, while inside you are still fragile in that particular place. Do not despise your sensitivity. It is not a weakness. It is evidence that your heart is still alive, that love still matters to you, that people still matter to you. I know that sometimes you become frustrated with yourself. You say, I should be over this by now. I should not still be crying. I should not still be thinking about this. I should not still be affected. But hear me, grief has no strict timetable. Love that was real does not simply disappear because time has passed. Healing is not about forgetting. Healing is about remembering differently. And I, your God, am patient with your process. I do not measure your emotions the way people do. I do not look at you and say, why haven't you moved on? Instead, I look at you and say, stay close to me while you walk through this. Someone in heaven is not calling you with fear, not with anger, not with condemnation. What your spirit is sensing is the echo of love that never died. You are feeling the pull of unfinished words and unsent messages. But I want to turn that weight into something lighter. The one you remember is not imprisoned by your regrets. They are not chained by your pain. They are not suffering in the way your mind imagines. In my presence, there is peace beyond what you can picture. Let that peace begin to reach you, even if you do not fully understand it. You have said, if they could talk to me, what would they say? I will not place words in their mouth for you, but I will tell you this. Any voice that comes from me to comfort you will always speak in the language of love, not in the language of fear. The message that truly comes from my heart to you is this: you are still meant to live. You are still meant to move forward. You are still meant to smile again, laugh again, hope again, dream again. You are not betraying anyone by choosing to heal. You are not disrespecting anyone by allowing your heart to breathe again. You have carried a certain guilt that whispers, if I smile too much, it will seem like I do not care. If I move forward, it will seem like I forgot. If I open my heart to new blessings, it will seem like I replaced them. This is not how I see it. Human love is not replaced, it is layered. New joy does not erase old love. When you allow yourself to heal and be happy, you do not dishonor the one you lost, you honor me, the one who gave you life, the one who still writes your story, the one who said your time on this earth still has purpose. In these last 2 days, your spirit has heard a quiet call: open your heart. Pay attention. There is something more happening than what your eyes can see. That is why I say to you now, with urgency, but not with panic, open quickly. Open your heart now, fully, to my voice. Do not delay the healing any longer. Do not keep pushing away the comfort I am trying to give you. Do not keep distracting yourself so you do not have to feel. I am here. I am not afraid of your pain, your tears, your questions, your anger, your confusion. Bring all of it to me. I know that sometimes you are afraid that if you really open up, you will break. You are afraid that if you let yourself feel fully, you will be consumed by the weight of what you have lost. But listen, I am not asking you to open your heart alone. I am asking you to open your heart while I am holding you. When a child cries in a parent's arms, the tears flow freely because they are safe. Right now, I am holding you in my arms. Your tears in my presence do not make you weaker, they make you safer. You are safe to feel here. There are secrets in your soul that you have never told another person. Silent conversations you have had with the air, with your own mind, with the pillow on your bed. Moments where you almost started talking out loud to the one you miss and then stopped, feeling foolish. I have heard those almost words. I have read every sentence you never spoke. I have collected every what if and every if only. I am not ignoring them. I am inviting you to let them rest now. They have weighed you down long enough. Someone in heaven does not need you to suffer endlessly to prove your love. Endless suffering is not proof of deeper love, it is a sign that you have not yet given me full access to that wound. I am asking you, in this moment, to let me step fully inside your grief. Let me rearrange the furniture of your memories so that the sharp edges no longer cut you when you brush against them. Let me take the bitterness out of your remembrance and leave only the sweetness. Let me take the noise of regret out of your mind and fill it with gratitude for what you shared. For the time you had, for the moments that shaped you. You are wondering, why now? Why these last 2 days? Why this sudden intensity? Because I have chosen this time to draw you deeper. I have watched you hold yourself together with your own strength for so long. I have seen you cover your pain with busyness, distractions, scrolling, talking, noise. I have watched you try to outrun memories, but they always find you again in the quiet. I am not forcing you to face your pain to hurt you. I am inviting you to face it with me so that it stops chasing you. I want to bring you to a place where your heart can sit in silence without being attacked by the past. I am the God who sees the details you forgot. I was there in the last conversation you had with them. I was there in the moments you replay, wondering if you missed a sign. I was there in the hospital room, in the car, in the house, in the place where you last saw them. I was there when you felt like the world suddenly split into before and after. I did not leave you alone in that moment, even though it felt like everything collapsed. I held you through it, even when you did not feel me. I am still holding you now. You have asked me so many silent questions. Why did this happen? Why this way? Why this time? Why them? Why us? There are answers your mind is not ready to carry yet. There are pieces of the story that your heart cannot yet fully understand. But here is what you can know. I did not stop loving you for even 1 second. I did not stop loving them for even 1 second. Pain entered your story, but it did not cancel my love. Death appeared in your story, but it did not dethrone me as the God of life. Loss tried to break your heart, but it did not remove my hands from around your life. You are still here for a reason. Your story did not end with their departure. The fact that you are still breathing means there are still chapters to be written, still moments to experience, still love to give and receive. The person you miss is not forgotten in my presence, and you are not forgotten on the earth. Both matter to me. Both are seen by me. Both are held by me. In these 2 days, your soul has felt like there is a message hovering in the air. You feel there is something important you are supposed to hear, something urgent you are supposed to know. Take this to heart. The urgency is not because time is running out for me to love you. My love is eternal. The urgency is because I do not want you to remain in the prison of unresolved grief any longer. I am calling you to step out of that cell, to loosen the chains of obsessive regret, to open the door of your heart to my comfort fully, not halfway. Open quickly to this. You are deeply loved. Not just in words, not just in theory, but in the most practical and intimate ways. I love you when you are strong, and I love you when you feel weak. I love you when your faith feels high, and I love you when you feel numb. I love you when you pray with clear words, and I love you when you have nothing left to say and only tears flow. I love you when you understand, and I love you when you are confused. I do not love a future, improved version of you more than I love you right now. I love you as you are, in this precise moment. With everything you are carrying, open quickly to this. You are not cursed because you experienced loss. You are not lesser, punished, or abandoned. Grief is not a mark of my rejection, it is a shadow that passes through every human life in some way. But I, the light, am brighter than this shadow. When you invite me deeper into your heart, the shadow does not vanish instantly, but it cannot dominate you the way it once did. My light begins to touch every room of your soul, illuminating the dark corners where fear, regret, and loneliness have hidden. I am doing that for you now as you receive these words. Open quickly to this. It is okay to talk about them. It is okay to remember their name. It is okay to bring them into your conversations with me. I am not offended by your longing. I am not tired of hearing you mention them. I am not impatient with your process of healing. However, I do want to lead you away from the dangerous edges, those thoughts that tell you that your life is over. That there is no reason to keep going, that nothing will ever be meaningful again. Those are not my thoughts toward you. When those thoughts rise, bring them to me and let me replace them with truth. Truth says, you matter. Truth says, you are still part of a divine plan. Truth says, what you have lost does not cancel what I can still give. Truth says, your heart can be whole again, even if it carries scars. Truth says, the person you miss is not erased and neither are you. Truth says, you will not always hurt the way you hurt right now. Truth says, there are still surprises in store for you, still blessings designed specifically for your life, still people who will be touched, helped, and encouraged because you chose to keep living. Open quickly to this. I am closer to you than your own breath. When you place your hand on your chest and feel your heartbeat, know that each beat is sustained by me. When you inhale and exhale, know that every breath is known by me. When your mind starts to race with worry, memories, fears, I am right there, ready to quiet the storm. Call my name with honesty. You do not need perfect words, you just need a sincere heart. Say what you feel. Pour it out. And then, be still for a moment and let my peace touch you. In the last 2 days, you may have noticed small signs of comfort, tiny moments that felt like someone was just checking on you. Maybe a memory came at the right time. Maybe a word of kindness came unexpectedly. Maybe a thought of them made you smile instead of cry, even if only for a second. These are gentle reminders that I am weaving comfort into your days. Pay attention to these small threads. They are not accidents. They are part of how I am wrapping you in healing. Someone you love is safe with me. This is not meant to feed your obsession, it is meant to calm your heart. You cannot live looking only at what ended, you must also start looking at what remains and what is coming. I am still here. My promises are still here. My plans for you are still here. Your future is not empty just because there is an empty chair at your table. I understand that emptiness. I do not dismiss it. But I also see the seats that will one day be filled in different ways, with new relationships, new moments, new responsibilities, new joys. You have a role to play in this healing. I will not force it upon you. I invite you to do 3 things. First, be honest with me. Stop hiding your true feelings. I already know them, and I am not offended by them. Second, be gentle with yourself. Stop attacking your own heart with harsh words and impossible expectations. I am patient with you, learn to be patient with yourself. Third, be open to the possibility that your story can still be beautiful. You do not have to know how, you just have to stop declaring that it is impossible. What your spirit has sensed these last 2 days is this: heaven is not far, and you are not forgotten. Your pain is seen, your love is known, and your future is guarded. I am speaking to you now because I do not want you to drown in silence. I am speaking to you now because I want to lift the heaviness you have been quietly carrying. I am speaking to you now because you asked, in your heart, for a sign, for a word, for some reassurance that you are not invisible in your grief. This is that answer. Take a deep breath where you are. Let your shoulders relax. Let your jaw unclench. Let your heart know that it is safe in this moment. You do not need to solve everything today. You do not need to understand everything today. You do not need to pretend you are okay when you are not. All I ask is that you let me be with you in truth. If you are tired, say, I am tired. If you are hurting, say, I am hurting. If you are confused, say, I am confused. And then let my presence settle over you like a warm, quiet blanket. This is my message to you. You are loved more than you realize, carried more than you feel, and understood more than you can explain. Someone you love is with me, and you are still held by me. Heaven and earth are not the same, but my love is the bridge that holds all things together. Walk forward knowing this. You are not talking to the air when you talk to me. I hear. I see. I know. And I am not leaving you. Open quickly, not in panic, but in trust. Open your heart and let my comfort enter. Open your eyes and let my light guide you. Open your life and let my love lead you into the next chapter. The days ahead will still hold challenges, but they will also hold healing, surprising peace, and moments of quiet joy. You have not lost everything. You have me, and with me, there is always a way forward. I am here. I have always been here. I am not going anywhere.